one of Daphne's sons, Matthew, who himself heard the explosion, ran out to try to see what had happened, describes the most abominable scene. He wrote on Facebook this morning, "A culture of impunity has been allowed to flourish by the government in Malta. It is of little comfort for the Prime Minister of this country to say that he will, quote, not rest until the perpetrators are found, when he heads a government that encouraged that same impunity." And he goes on to say, "My mother was assassinated because she stood between the rule of law and those who sought to violate it, like many strong journalists." What do you say to that as Prime Minister?
Well, I see and read the words of a son who has just found his mother dead in pieces. So I think I would be insensitive to take exception to anything he says. I think I would have written or said worse things if I found my mother dead in an exploded car. So at this point in time, I think out of respect, I will just say that I understand what he means, but that my role as Prime Minister is to make sure that people are brought to justice, and whoever it might be that commissioned and executed this barbaric act is actually brought to justice as soon as possible.
And so finally, on that note, her family, I believe, has asked that the magistrate who's been assigned to conduct the inquiry into her death be reassigned because of a potential conflict of interest, because of other issues that the magistrate was looking at regarding, some of the legal cases that were brought up because of this.
No, I think that her family's exception was because the magistrate who was assigned the case, not by government, but through a roster system, was criticized harshly by Mrs. Caruana Galizia various times. When they filed the case to have the reassignment, government signaled that we actually agree that it should be reassigned, and the magistrate herself decided this morning that she should relinquish the case and have it assigned by the Chief Justice to one of her other colleagues.
All right, so do you believe then at this point that you will get to the bottom of this? And if it turns out that even the highest level are found to be complicit, guilty, whatever the legal term is, that there will be no impunity?
There will be absolutely no impunity for anyone. This is a country where rule of law reigns supreme, and I will make sure that justice is done and there will be absolutely no impunity for anyone, be it from any part of the political spectrum, if there is politics involved in this, or from any other sector.